joining me. In today's video, we will be going over everything you need to know about intermittent fasting.
So Tippy, what is intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting is basically a pattern of eating and not eating. It's not a diet. It's basically saying this is the window I will eat, this is the window I will not eat. For example, there's 24 hours in a day, and most people start out by doing a 16-hour fast, and then they eat within an 8-hour window. So that is a total of 24 hours. That's what people do. It's called a 16-8.
I think that's a good beginner type of fast, because really having 8 hours to eat your food in a day is plenty of time.
Absolutely.
Really, you can just skip breakfast, have lunch, and have dinner, and normally that falls within 8 hours. That's it. No snacking though.
Right. So 8 hours would be, say you do skip breakfast, 12 o'clock lunchtime to 8 o'clock in the evening. That's a long time to get all your food in.
Easy. Now at first, it's not easy, especially if you've been trained your whole life to burn carbs. That's why we're saying
Yes.
go keto first, get fat adapted, and then it makes it so much easier to just go longer periods of time without actually eating anything.
What we usually do is a 24, so 20 hours fasted and a 4-hour eating window. And that just comes with time. It's gonna take some time to dwindle down the eating hours, but your body just gets adapted to it. That is really like optimal to do because you're keeping your body at a very low state of insulin. And Ryan and I are very adamant we do not play the calorie game, we don't play the macro game, we play the hormone game. It's all about the hormone insulin, and that we'll talk about that in a little bit here. So when can you do it? We kind of just answered that already.
Anytime. Anytime, whatever suits your lifestyle. A lot of people, working people, it's easier for us to just skip breakfast. Right? Personally, it fits better with my lifestyle to skip breakfast. Currently, I skip lunch too. I only have one meal a day usually, but I like to have dinner with Tippy. You know, that's one thing that I don't want to compromise on. So having that family time is very important. Now, say that you don't really care about dinner. Say you love breakfast and you don't want to give that up. That's fine. Eat your breakfast, you know? And then maybe around 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock of the day, then that's it. You've had your last meal, and then you go to bed without having anything else, and you wake up, and then you have your breakfast, and that'll be about 16 hours.
Right, exactly.
So Tippy, how do you intermittent fast?
It is very, very simple. The first step is to pick an eating window. And for Ryan and I, we fast 20 hours and we eat 4 hours. So for example, when we break our fast, 3 o'clock, we stop eating at 7 o'clock. So 4 hours. It's very, very simple. And we recommend an app called Vora that helps track your fast. Vora, V-O-R-A. Everything is going to be linked down in the description box below, so don't worry about memorizing it. But this app is phenomenal. Ryan found this app, and I'm telling you, it is a game changer. It helps track all your fasts, all the days, how many hours you're doing it, how many hours you have left. It's very intuitive, so you could set it up however you want. You could do a countdown, or you could do a count 2.
Easy.
Peasy.
What are the rules about intermittent fasting?
It's very simple. You don't ingest calories. So with that being said, anything that you add to your coffee, anything that you add to your tea that is milk, that is sweeteners, you don't add that to your drinks. You're drinking tea, you're drinking water, drinking coffee, you're drinking sparkling water, you're not ingesting calories. It's very, very important that you don't do that, because the whole entire idea of intermittent fasting is to keep your insulin levels as low as possible.
So to sum it up, you can have black coffee, you can have plain tea, you can have water, and you can have sparkling water as long as it's, you know, there's no sweeteners in it or no calories. That's it. You know, all the extra stuff, don't worry about it. Just stick to that rule and you'll be fine.
Yes. The why. Why do we even do this? Why even subject yourself to this, right?
Well, the answer is to keep your insulin levels low. Nothing keeps your insulin levels low like fasting, right? Everything that you eat has some kind of effect on your insulin. And so the lower that your insulin is, there's another hormone that triggers your body to start burning body fat. And that's really the key goal.
Insulin is a fat storage hormone. And I want to make that clear. If you see someone with, a lot of belly fat, they have too much insulin in their system, right? The whole point is to keep your levels low as long as possible so that way you don't trigger the fat storage. It's very simple. So with that being said, that is why we fast, because we can keep our insulin levels as low as possible.
Exactly.
Is this safe? Who can do intermittent fasting?
Everybody can intermittent fast, especially short fast, like the 16-8 that Tippy described. Anybody can do that. It's easy. After maybe not at first, but it's 100% safe. Every mammal can fast. Everybody try it. So Tippy asked her audience, what kind of questions do you have about intermittent fasting? So we're gonna take a couple minutes here and answer some of those questions.
Yes. All right. First question here, Ryan. I wake up at 4 a.m. to work out, and I work out from 5 to 6:45, and I eat my first meal at 10 and my last meal at 5:30. Is that intermittent fasting?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Congratulations. Next question. 16-8 versus OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. So I'm guessing they're asking which we prefer, Ryan?
Yeah, I prefer more 1 meal a day just because I'm a more advanced faster. I'm more used to it. I don't think that 1 meal a day is going to be easy for people that are just starting off, but it does depend entirely on your preference. Now, keep in mind that the longer you go throughout the day without eating, the longer you keep your insulin levels low and the more fat you'll be burning.
Absolutely, and I'm with Ryan on that one for sure. Do you change what and when you eat after a hard HIIT session? Example, more protein, question mark. Okay. No. We eat keto, so it's gonna be high fat and it's gonna be low carb and it's gonna be moderate protein no matter what we work out or anything like that. That's just what we do. Absolutely. If Daisy's in the shot and she's roaming around, guys, let her be. She kind of rules the house here, okay? Have you heard of Dr. Pompa? If so, what do you think?
I haven't heard of Dr. Pompa, have you?
No, I don't know who Dr. Pompa is, but that's a cool name, Pompa. I like it.
Yeah.
What do you think the optimal amount of hours are in order to say you did a successful fast? Great question. I think it all depends and it's all subjective, right? If you've never fasted before, to go 10 hours is a long time. That's successful for you, right? To go 30 minutes for some people is successful. It's all subjective. In my opinion, it all depends on your skill level and it also depends on your mindset. But for Ryan and I, we've been doing it for quite some time, and honestly, my longest fast I've ever done was 7 days, and the longest Ryan's ever done was 21 days. That's another story. We gotta really film that. But
I'll go ahead and piggyback off of what you said right there. It is, if you meet the goal that you set, then it was a successful fast, whether it's 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, 30 days, whatever. If you hit your goal, then it was successful.
Good.
Next question. Do I have to?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. There are so many ways in order for you to get healthy. You could literally go outside and you could push your car down the street and you could get fit that way, guys. There's no right or wrong answer to health. Do things that you want to do. And if this is not for you, then it's not for you. You move on, you find something that fits your lifestyle and things that you do enjoy.
Is it better to do a 12-hour or a 16-hour?
I would shoot for the 16-hour window because that means that you're just getting that extra added 4 hours in, and that is so beneficial to your body. Your body, like Ryan has said before, it's burning fat throughout those 4 hours, so you're really missing out on 4 hours if you cut yourself short. So if you're at 12, I think 16 is definitely doable. So go for the 16.
When are you able to eat in the 6 hour period? How many meals and snacks do you eat? I feel hungry.
You could eat whenever in the 6 hour window, right? That window is yours to decide on when you want to eat. It's completely up to you. So eat whenever you want to eat, but definitely keep it within the 6 hour window.
Also, don't binge in that 6 hours. You know, you're gonna be tempted at first to feel like you gotta make up all these calories, and you're gonna feel
Yes.
ravenous at first. And you gotta resist the urge. I mean, just eat like you would a normal lunch. Just eat you would like a normal dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you gotta do. You gotta resist the urge to binge.
Yes. And how many meals and snacks do you want to eat? That's up to you. I definitely would say, hey, start off with 3 and dwindle down from there. Now, does that mean you can't get all your calories within 3 meals? That's not true. You can definitely do that. You can get all your calories in one meal, in one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely true. Now, snacking, every time you snack, every single time you eat, you remember you're spiking your insulin every single time you eat. So you want to be able to remember that as you are snacking, because that's not going to help your progress.
Yeah, you also got to keep in mind your average, right? So on average, is your insulin level low or is your insulin level high? The longer you go without eating, the lower it's going to bring that average down, the more body fat that you're going to be burning throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year.
And then the last part of this question is, I feel hungry. Yeah, starting out, you're gonna feel hungry. And the reason being is because you are not fat adapted. You're still addicted to carbs, which means your body is having withdrawals. It is yearning for the carbs. It wants to go back to its normal state by having carbs for the energy. It's gonna take a while. And that's why Ryan and I recommend going keto before intermittent fasting, because it makes that transition so much easier for you. Is it ideal to fast every day?
Yes.
Can you get enough nutrients in an 8-hour window, and how?
Absolutely. And people are always worried about their nutrients anyway. What you gotta realize is that your fat is food. And it has almost all the nutrients in there that you could need or want. Don't be afraid, you're not gonna get nutrient deficient.
Yeah, body fat is fuel for the body. And if we go back to an evolutionary standpoint, that's what early humans used. They did not eat and graze throughout the day. They had to kill, they ate, and there were periods, long periods without food. So what kept them alive? It was their body fat that kept them alive. So don't think that you're gonna be nutrient deficient because you only can eat 8 hours a day. And you can definitely get all your veggies, all your macronutrients, micronutrients in an 8-hour window. That's a very long time.
Easy.
Peasy. Okay, how do you do intermittent fasting correctly? Show some examples, like schedule and best food to break your fast. All right, so example of schedules we talked about is, it depends on you, what schedule you like to do. Ryan and I like to break our fast in the mid-afternoon to the evening time because we like to have dinner. So with Ryan and I, we break it between 3 or 4 o'clock, going until 7 or 8 o'clock. Now, if we have family or gatherings, we kind of just move our window around to just accommodate, and that's up to you on how you want to do it. Vora is fantastic for that, to help you out with that. So that's completely up to you on what schedule you like to be on, depending on your family situation, what kind of foods you like,
work situation. Yeah. Like there's a whole bunch of factors in there. You gotta find something that you can do. That's the most important thing.
What are the best foods to break your fast?
Break your fast with something that is keto, right? Whether it's something high fat, moderate protein, low carb, right? After a 16-hour fast or a 20-hour fast, you don't need to do any kind of special considerations. Only when you start moving into multiple days do you need to start taking into account like what you should break your fast with, like special stuff.
Next question, will I get results by doing a 12-hour fast? I'm a breastfeeding mom, I don't want to take it too far.
I think that you could get some results in there, but I mean, a 12-hour fast is a good ultra beginner type of fast. But really, break that down into hours. You're eating from 8 a.m. to say 8 p.m. I mean, you're eating all day. That's nothing extreme. I understand the breastfeeding aspect of it, but you know, it's barely intermittent fasting in my opinion.
How do you make sure that you are not under eating when you fast, since your eating window is so limited? Well, you can definitely get your nutrients in an 8-hour window, in a 6-hour window, in a 4-hour window. It is absolutely possible to not under eat. And we have done it. If you watch our 12-week vlog series, we have done it. It is not impossible. I think people have the idea of like this ticking clock in their mind when it comes to intermittent fasting, and it gives them a little bit of anxiety that they're not going to be able to eat because of, you know, maybe a work schedule and things like that. But when you really think about it, after, like Ryan has said, it's a muscle. After you start using it, it becomes stronger. And that 4-hour eating window is going to be nothing for you. You're gonna kill it. You're gonna be like, okay, I could get everything I need in within a 4-hour window. So it is, under eating is not a concern. It's just, I think we should be concerned about overeating, right? That's more so.
Yeah, we don't have an epidemic of undereaters in
Yeah.
this country, or in the world now in most places. We have an epidemic of overeating. So don't be concerned with the undereating part, especially if you've got body fat that you would like to lose. Now, if you're anorexic, this is not for you, okay? I feel like I shouldn't even have to say that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This is not who we're targeting.
Yeah.
But for most of us, we have body fat that we wanna lose, right? So don't worry about undereating with that. We eat too much. Next question. I heard it's not good for women to fast as long as men do. How long is a healthy intermittent fast?
All right, so I'm a woman and I fast and I absolutely love it. I can't speak to anybody else's experience but my own, and I've been doing it for the whole entire year, and I have to say it has been a game changer. It's changed my life in so many ways. I'm able to focus on what I need to get done and not on food. Now, the hormone situation, I know people are really concerned about that. Now, have I seen any crazy dips in my hormone levels? No. But again, I'm speaking from my own experience. I feel so great doing it. I do the same fast period as Ryan. Now he's doing 20 hours not eating and 4 hours eating, and I feel absolutely fine. I feel great. I think it's wonderful. I think you need to just test it out for yourself. Experiment and see if it's great for you. See how you like it or how you don't like it. Everybody is so different with this, but I have not seen anything but great things from it. How about you? Have you noticed anything weird about me?
No, just improving of your mood and like stability of energy and all that. It's only been positive. Next question. Is it okay to brush teeth while IF? Also, what about 0-calorie sugar-free gum? Thanks.
Okay, yeah, it's okay to brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. It's fine.
Brush your teeth.
And as far as the 0 calories, sugar-free gum, the only thing with that is that it's going to trigger you to crave more sugar, right? And if you are very special and you don't crave sugar after a sugar-free gum, great. But most of the time, it's triggering you to think about sugar because you're tasting it, and that is something that a lot of people have issues with. So I would recommend not doing it if you can. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and if you're doing intermittent fasting, we're not saying don't go without gum forever, just don't have it during your fasting period. Will you refill carbs someday during your intermittent fasting and weight training workouts?
I personally don't. I am on just straight keto right now. We are in a fitness competition between myself, Ryan, and our best friend Pang. So we are not refeeding on carbs right now. Now, is this something that people do? Absolutely. If they want to do it, it's their regimen. But at this point in time, we're not.
I think that if you are shredded, like really cut, or you're some kind of serious athlete, then you'd probably benefit from some carb refeeds here and there. I'm not an elite athlete, neither is Tippy, and we're in okay shape. So we're gonna we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that anytime in the near future.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get to that level,
yeah, kind of earning.
we'll do it, but no, not for now. Here's a good one. What are the portion sizes for intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting is not a diet, so there's no portion size for intermittent fasting. You could really do intermittent fasting by what you're eating now, and you just change when you eat, right? So it's not a diet. There's no portion sizes to it. It's an eating window, when you eat and when you do not eat. So that's completely up to you. But of course, hopefully when you're doing this, you're trying to be healthier and lose weight. You're not gonna go out of control with your portion sizes.
How long should I fast when I first start the keto diet?
Ryan and I are very, very pro starting the keto diet before you intermittent fast. And if you try to do it together, which I've gotten several messages from people that it's day 3, I gave up, I quit, it's hard, what am I doing? Because your body is still in that state of like, hey, give me carbs now, I hate my life, I'm gonna make you hate your life. And you're having those withdrawals. So we really recommend that you get your body fat adapted, which means that your body is switching over to burning fat as a fuel source versus burning carbs. So take it step by step, because you chew too much, you're just gonna end up choking, right? Don't do that to yourself. I've been drinking Perfect Keto, the matcha MCT latte. Can I take it during a fast, or is that breaking my fast?
That breaks your fast because it has calories in it.
Can you have coffee with cream and sugar when you're fasting?
No.
Do you fast 7 days a week?
Yes.
What can you drink other than water before your eating window?
Water, unsweetened, uncreamer coffee, just regular plain tea, and some sparkling water if it doesn't have any kind of sugars or artificial sweeteners in it.
Why does intermittent fasting work, and how do you not get hungry when you are fasting?
Basically, when your insulin levels get really low, like with intermittent fasting, it allows your body to burn excess body fat. That's the gist of it. And how do you not get hungry? Well, over time, your body starts to learn that the body fat is there and that you can burn it. So once you start to get fat adapted, your body automatically makes a switch from carbs to fat without feeling like, oh, I'm running out of fuel. It's like, oh, I have all this fuel. That's how you keep from getting hungry.
Yes. So it does take a little while to get used to, but stick with it. Promise that your body is a lot stronger than you think it is. It's your mind you have to convince.
Yes.
Is it very important to break your fast after a workout? Great question.
I'm on the fence about this one. For me, I do not usually break my fast right after a workout. I like to kind of enjoy the feeling of a good hard workout when I'm fasted. But normally I will eat on the same day as a workout.
Yes, I'm right there with Ryan too. I want to ride the endorphin waves. I want to feel great, and the longer we can go in a fasted state, the longer I'm going to burn fat, especially after a great lift session, right?
Yes.
I know that people get hungry right after a workout. Hey, I was there. I know what it's like. But if you can ride that wave, that's really ideal.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you can't eat right after a workout. In fact, if you were going to eat right after the workout and you can't resist any longer, go ahead and do it. But if you can wait a little bit longer, it's a little bit better.
Yes. Is it safe to work out heavy 6 days a week and also do intermittent fasting?
Yes, we do it all the time.
What supplements to take when you are intermittent fasting? Personally, I don't take a whole lot of supplements. I mean, a multi, hair, skin, and nails, and apple cider vinegar, if you consider that a supplement. But I'm getting my nutrients through the foods that we eat.
Yeah. All right, so there were a lot of good questions. I hopefully that we cleared up a lot of the confusion or some of the fear that you could have before starting intermittent fasting.
Yes. And intermittent fasting is just one of those things where you don't have to buy anything. It's free. It's free, it's simple. You could do it anytime, anywhere. And that's the beautiful thing about this. And you could get crazy great results, right? So that's why we love it so much. We've been a fan of it for all of 2018 and we'll continue doing it.
Yeah.
And we want to keep it simple for you. And if you have any additional questions, don't hesitate. We can do a follow-up video on this, or we can answer it throughout other videos. We love to hear from you. Regardless, we answer to all comments, so leave it down below.
And make sure that you like this video if you didn't hate it. I would like for you to subscribe as well, of course. We always want to request that you do that, and make sure that you hit the little notification bell so that way you can get notified whenever we release a new Tippy Tail video.
And do you have suggestion on future Tippy Tails?
Yes, leave them down below in the comments. We want to hear from you.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. And as always, guys, we are signing off with some love and some gratitude. We'll see you next time.